We're here down in Fountain Inn, South Carolina, doing some grubbing out, putting in a driveway, and possibly opening up for pasture. So what we got here, we came in here last week and worked a day or two, but was not able to get it on video. But we came through here, pushed most of this out with the dozer, and then ended up forestry mulching probably about a little half-acre section right through there. Willie and Micah did that. But as you can see, there's a lot of standing water here. I'm sloshing. Pretty sloshy, pretty sloppy material. Got a lot of mud. But what's gonna happen, hopefully, I don't know how yet, but we'll figure it out. The driveway is gonna come in right up there where the 120 is. It's gonna come right along this line, right up top right there, right through there, and then continue on. I think it's about 1,000 feet long, if I remember right. Pretty long driveway. So I'm trying to get this area opened up to where we can see exactly what we have to work with as far as this little wetland. They do, I mean, they got quite a bit of property here, so we got some area where we can strip off some good loads of dirt. There is a bottom to this, I do know that, which is good. So got Josh over here on the dozer. Way up there in that field, it's hard to tell, but we're gonna be doing about another acre and then about 2 more acres of forestry mulching, and that's where their house is going to be, up there on that hill. So this will be the drive going into it, and they want it all pasture with some miscellaneous trees, you know, coming through it is the plan. But oh yeah, Josh getting it over here. Getting that hedgerow privet out of there. Stuff is nasty. It mulches very well, but since this is gonna be driveway and field, cannot be mulched. Need some of them like bars up the top there and those grates, that would be nice. Well, this is what we got, this is what we're working with. I'll come over here and help pull out stuff every now and then for them, take it down. It's just a little locust tree. Micah, let me show you. I'll go show him what he's gonna be working on. So it's pretty wet over in here, and this is just real little privet stuff. He's not going for anything big. We'll get the big stuff with the big machines. So we got the mini here, we might as well use it. So he's gonna be ripping out this privet and working around some of these trees. What happened?
I don't really know. I just washed it.
Oh, now you gotta do laundry again.
Yeah.
All right, so Willie's up there working on a few things with the entrance. We did this, I think it was last Thursday. We moved everything over here, and then I looked at jobs all day on Friday. And ooh, that's hot. That's nice and hot. And I looked at jobs all day on Friday. Was able to come in last minute and just kind of get some things, talk to the customer, that kind of stuff. So Willie's working on opening up the entrance. I kind of want to get everything done up there, finished all the way across the back, because up to here is finished with forestry mulching. So I'm going to stoke up that fire real quick, make sure don't burn the excavator down. Watch that video, Let's Dig, where he caught his on fire, that little wire. But man, that is some scary stuff. I'm glad he's all right, glad his machine's all right. He'll probably get like, I don't know, 1 million views off that video or something. Morning, me and Willie went over and put a little pipe in for my dad on a house he's building, for 2 pieces of pipe for a driveway entrance. So then we swung by and looked at a job on our way back, which is good. Looking at work is a pain, but if we don't look at it now, we won't have anything to do in a couple weeks, or a month or 2 or whatever. On my hair. A lot of people. are back day 2, but fire's going good. It's getting hot, but we've really struggling with this mud situation we got up here. We kind of carved out a little ditch right here, and it is just flowing down through there. It is crazy, just seeping out of the ground over there. But I think I figured out what the issue is. I had my brother over here, and we're kind of trying to figure out what to do about putting the driveway up there. So we're gonna end up hogging out all that right through there, and then bringing in a bunch of fill for that. But here's what's going on. So that right there is rock. So about 2.5 foot down, and it's all through here. I did that all up along here, all along this area. We probed it, and it's rock. So what's happening is you can't, the water is just sitting in that top 2.5 feet. It's not allowing it to percolate, go through the ground, drain out of there. So that's why all this is so soft, nasty. But we got this area over here opened up into the field. So kind of right there where the skid steer is. All right, so right where that skid steer is, and the other one up there with the Mini, that's right where the driveway is going to be, and their house is going to be right up there on top of that hill, facing back this way. So this is going to be a real pretty area when it's all said and done. They want to continue this field right up into these trees here on the sides. So we're just really, the mud is killing us as far as time. We're this on our 3rd day on it, I think. But still, I mean, we're getting stuff done, but it's just very slow, kind of irritating, but we're getting her done. We're getting her done. Just one of those things you couldn't tell because you couldn't get in here. We have had a lot of rain, but whatever. So kind of show you up here, we're gonna have to do the same thing through here, hog this out through there, get rid of that mud, and bring a bunch of fill in, get some pipe going underneath here. I knew this wasn't a wet area, we could actually see this, but up there you couldn't even get to it. It was so thick. And I told the customer, I was like, you know, pretty hard to see what's going on in there, and he understood. He's understanding about it, so we're working together on it, trying to get it resolved. So about need a boat through here. Good grief. So this is where kind of about where the skid steer is sitting is where the driveway is going to be, and we just wanted to get that edge cleaned up, so anything potentially coming down on the you know, as you're driving up through there and stuff. So the guys are making their way, Willie and Mike are, and they didn't want to be way out here in the field with the drive. You know, it'll obstruct their view and look a lot better. But oh, that's pretty cool looking there, looking down on that. But with Mike and Willie, and they'll keep you posted on how it's going up here and everything. are back here on our clearing job. Got a nice hot fire going and stoked it up this morning. Kind of raked out the coals and restacked it up. Willie's gonna head over to the other side over here. And there was 3 big dead pines right there on that edge. And Josh dropped those first thing this morning. And Willie's gonna hit those stumps. That'd be a lot to get into all that up there as far as pulling those stumps out. So they're not hurting anything up on that edge. But this is the view they got. We'll have, you know, looking towards their field. Sorry, it's kind of bright, but looking towards their house there. But we have us a muddy mess. I mean, it is just sloppy, nasty water. We just can't stop it. It's a bit ridiculous. So the goal is today, they're calling for a bunch of rain. The goal is we're gonna take the excavator, rake this out, try to get it as smooth as possible. What it is, there's a golf course right up there, and the watershed off that golf course coming down. And then we talked about how there's rock about 2 foot down across this whole area. So it's just not being able to drain right. So we're gonna try to cut a couple swales. There is a little ditch that goes right along the edge of the field and out that way. So we're gonna try to get it to where it'll all drain out that way. And Micah and Willie are gonna be putting in a silt fence right along here. There is a drive right on the other side of that tree line. So don't want anything washing over there. But Micah was going through and just cleaning up a few of these keeper trees. The plan is to have all this done today, and then if we have time, then we got to start on that corner, about right in there somewhere over to that edge. We'll get cleaned up and forest mulched and grubbed out. But beautiful day, absolutely beautiful day. Sun is shining, so we're going to take advantage of that. Try to get as much stuff done as we can. Figure out this swamp situation. Yeah, people are probably like, what are you doing trying to grade that, blah blah blah. But part of it's the time of the year, and should we have waited till summer to do this, but the customer didn't want to, I didn't want to. Just one of those things that had to have gotten done. So bit the bullet and did it, and now it's biting us in the rear. But so we'll see what we can do here. I'm gonna stoke up this fire, put a little bit of stuff on, and we'll go up there and start on it. Josh is kind of back blading with the dozer, just getting it to where it'll shed fast is the idea. Get all this water off of this area. All next week they're calling for rain. Rain, rain, rain. Oh, that is nice and hot. Oh yeah. Woo! But yeah, I mean, it looks great. The driveway is gonna be about 10 foot over off of that tree line. So it'll be right there in kind of in the edge of the mulch. But yeah, they did a great job. They did that yesterday. So what we ended up doing is we got up to the top and I realized how much water is actually up there. So I went through and cleaned out this ditch right here. Kind of goes along. Then you can see it out there in the field. All that wet out there. I mean, it's just bad little area, springs and stuff. So, you know, it's flowing out around down to there. And then I'm opening up this ditch. There's this old ditch right here, so I open that up, get that to drain out. And Josh is up there kind of, he was taking some of the making little channels and stuff, trying to divert all this water. We're trying to get the water out. I didn't realize, once I got up there, I realized how much water is up there. So started looking at it, I was like, this is just, we're just gonna make more of a mess. So cutting in these little ditches and stuff, opening up these areas to get this water out is what I'm going for. We are making our way across this. It's looking 100% better, but I mean, it's gonna have to be summertime for this thing can get perfect, you know, or even close to it. But there's still a lot of work to be done, but we got it to where big heavy rain event, most of it's gonna go downhill, most of it. But I mean, literally we just took the boom and smoothed it off, knocked it down. Got a couple little cuts for these ditches to drain out through there, and then we got another ditch going right through there. Josh is working on that one. Kind of, there's a wet spot there that goes out to that ditch. Mike is slicking up with a skid steer. And Willie is up on the hill right over there, flipping, putting a new set of teeth on the pecan. So we're going to, we're just about done over here. We probably got another 30-45 minutes. So I'm gonna fuel the dozer and fuel the excavator before we track it all the way up there, because it'll stay up there probably till all that's done. So there's really no need to bring it down here unless we have to stoke up the fire, but we'll push it up and maybe run down here and stoke it up every now and then. But the problem is we can't get a truck up there. So this is how, you know, we could get a truck up to here on our mulch bed, but once you get in here, this is kind of where we've been going, and then heading kind of straight that way towards the wood line and then going over. So hopefully this will work as far as getting stuff in and out for now. The reason why I'm not going to put in the driveway right now is because we got like every day for the next like 10 days there is a chance of rain, so we need to let this dry out some over here before we get into hogging that out and building up that road and stuff. We end up wasting good fill dirt that we paid money for and all that stuff. But just about done here. I'm gonna take these logs, we got some logs here, and I'm gonna create a little bridge so that, oh mercy, create a little bridge so we can get the equipment across and still keep the ditch open is the plan. I wish I had some mats. I used to have some. funny story about those mats. So I got a local guy to mill me up a bunch of 6x6s. I think they were 16 foot long. I had about 6 or 8 mats, and let's say they're in the bottom of a retention pond, and they're never coming out. So we got the machine out, but and the job done, but the mats are still there. That's it. Yep. So I'm gonna run this machine up the other side of the project. Over here we left. I was gonna bring this brush and get it burned off, but I think I need to leave it for now and just see what happens. Give me something to drive on getting over here with the machines and stuff, so I don't know. Might not have been the best call, but we will find out. It's amazing what that little bit will do. That brush or limbs or helps bridge across the muddy areas. There we go, there we go.